Yo, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and today I'm going to be doing a super fast video on a technique I've been implementing more and more over the last little bit. And as you can tell by the title, it's parallel processing, or how to layer a sound with itself, which I feel like is a super interesting way to think about it, or at least for me personally it is. So first off, what parallel processing is when you take a sound and then you process it two separate ways that are independent of each other, and then blend them together at the very end of the chain. So like in math class, where parallel lines never intersect, the two processing paths never intersect until the very end when you blend them together. And like maybe you could process them together, but that's pretty up to you. So yeah, in this particular track, I'm using it on the drum channel, and it sounds something like this. So obviously just like a hip-hoppy sort of beat, pretty chill. But I'm doing it in this particular track on the drums. It can really be used on anything. Like as long as it sounds good, it sounds good really. But the drums soloed out sound like this. So there, as you can see, there are only 3 elements in this drum kit, I guess. But it sounds like way bigger than just 3 elements. And that's because down here I've got a third return track for drums compression. And how you can create a return track is you can right click and hit insert return track, or as you just saw, you can hit Control Alt T and it inserts a return track. So what this is, these drums are being super lightly processed, like on their own. Like the snare has literally nothing on it. This isn't even playing right here. The hats just have a little bit of compression, a little bit of EQ, and the kick just has a little bit of EQ. So what I'm doing is I have these soloed out drums, and without the parallel processing, it sounds like this. Which is pretty okay, but then I take this knob and send it over to the drums compression group, or track, return track, send, whatever the word is. And then if I solo out the drums compression send, it sounds like this. So all I have on this drums compression track is a glue compressor that's just like squashing the drum signal super hard. Like every hit, it's compressing like just a ton. And then if you layer that on top of the original drum sound, it just adds a ton of punch and a ton of body to like a really super basic drum kit sort of sound. And obviously you can use this slider right here to mix in how much you want. I had it at -6.6 just because that worked for me. But obviously experiment with your own processing and get it sounding good for your track, because nothing is ever universal, or no setting is ever universal, obviously. But that's basically it. You can do this with tons of different kinds of effects. Like I've seen people that'll take a saturator or some sort of drive distortion plugin, and that works just as well. You could layer the compression and some drive together. Excuse me. You know, there are a million different possibilities and options and combinations for this sort of stuff. So really just experiment and find what works best for your particular track. But that's kind of the basic idea of it. And yeah, I hope it helps. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I'd be more than happy to try to help and answer. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.